You're going to be fined if you don't pick them up on time too now. This is a school in Coventry, and they've warned families that they'll be charged £6.50 if they arrive more than 15 minutes after the end of school. So a lot of people were complaining about the drop-off and saying, well, it's not always our fault if our kids are late. What about pick-up? Do you go with this one?
Well, I do in a way, you know. I mean, just don't be late to pick them up.
Simple
Because
as.
some people do take advantage. It's that thing about people taking advantage. You know, it's all very well. We've all had that moment where we've been held up, we're going to be 10 minutes late, and I think that's understandable, it's human. But for some people, it's every day. Oh, well, I'll have an extra 20 minutes at home and they'll be fine because they're with the teachers and all of that. And I don't think that's fair.
I mean, the school are saying that if a child is left there and isn't being collected, they would contact the parent, they would speak to them about their circumstances, and obviously if there were a problem, they said we are there to offer support. But if it's families that are just taking advantage, going, well, the teachers are there, they can look after them, and the head teacher is saying that this does impact on staff then being able to go to training sessions, marking homework. Janet, you're frowning at me.
I'm definitely frowning because I've never understood. Can someone explain why school ends at 3:15?
Very early, isn't
Well,
it?
it is very, very early. And I was reading another story in the paper today that says 1 in 5 of our 15-year-olds it fails basic skills in maths and science. And in the league table of where we are in maths, we're 21. We're ranked 21st. So maybe school should go on longer, and after school there should be far more classes for remedial maths and activities. I mean...
But do you mean the school to provide that, or parents to pay for that? Because the school might say, well, we don't have the staff to facilitate that kind of thing.
I think both things. I would like parents to pay a small charge, but I also think that if the government should put more money into the education system to lengthen the school day. Parents go out to work. It's completely inconvenient to pick up your kids at 3:15.
But they're saying that the family...
And as for older kids, 3:15, it's straight down the shopping centre for a bag of chips, and look what we've ended up with a generation of fatties.
But a lot of the families who are complaining about this saying, you know, there are a lot of the families who wouldn't be able to afford the £6.50, so they're not going to be able to then afford to pay for after-school club or extra-curricular something
I think
either.
a school day should be, the longer school day should be mandatory, because there's all sorts of things you could do after school. You could have homework done in a quiet, controlled atmosphere. You could learn technical skills, practical skills. You could learn all sorts of things,
So
not
what
just
time would
English.
you make them finish school?
5:30. What? 5:30. And they should be there on Saturday mornings. No, it's not ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I'm voting Janet. Janet for Prime Minister, forget David Cameron.
No way. No way. I actually miss my kids when they're at school, and you know,
miss them learning things to improve their lives.
I'm just saying, I love having them home, you know, and being able to spend a bit of time with them at home, me and them. But I don't know. I think we have like a half-an-hour window to pick up the children, and occasionally it's a godsend. But I kind of agree with the fine, to be honest. I do. There are some people who take advantage and abuse.
So you think it would be a deterrent? They're saying at the moment, actually,
be...
since they sent this letter out, they haven't actually fined anybody. So they're saying maybe that proves it's working as a deterrent.
I think they've put it in place because there was a need for it, and you know, unfortunately, that's what it takes.